mic देना चाहते हैं, I'm going to give him the mic for, you already have, okay. What about that mic?
No, I'm going to use this one.
You are comfortable with this?
Namaskar, Mumbai! Jai ho! Jai ho! Jai ho! Okay, thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm absolutely delighted to be here in India, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to get here. Because, as the man earlier said, why have you been so long? So I apologise, okay? However, now I'm here, you will never forget stabilised allicin. It's the most amazing material in the world, and I led the team that invented this material. So I hope you'll realise over the next few months just how remarkable this material really is. And from my point of view, I want to say an enormous, great big thank you to my new colleagues here, because I have been promoting stabilised allicin for maybe 15 years now, and I have never, ever seen a company put so much money, time and effort and expertise into launching.
Yes, yes, yes.
The materials you have are remarkable. The video. I didn't even know I could speak Hindi so well.
Right.
Hopefully one day I will learn a few more words, but anyway. I'm going to start with a little testimonial about Diabalife. And of course it's a very personal story, because as you know, I'm a type 1 diabetic. And I've been type 1 diabetic for 45 years, which is a very, very, very long time.
Yes.
And over those years, I've had my ups and my downs with HbA1c, and it was always my goal to find a natural product that is safe to take, that could assist me in managing my diabetes. So with Diabalife, what's it called? Oh, louder, come on. That's what it's called, Diabalife. I can tell you that since I've been taking it, my HbA1c has come down by 15%.
Wow. Awesome.
That is a remarkable result. Okay, I exercise more, I'm more careful with my diet, but even so, a 15% reduction is better than anything the pharmaceutical industry can offer. And you have a natural product that does it for you here. Okay? So, we've heard about the consequences of diabetes. We've heard about how many millions of people here in India suffer. And I can tell you that the latest statistics suggest that for every one diabetic who is diagnosed, there is another one who is undiagnosed. So instead of 35%, it's actually gone up to 50%. So if you think about that, there's more than 130 million diabetics in India alone. 130 million. Now, the most latest condition, which obviously we're looking at in great detail, is called pre-diabetes. And these are people who have perhaps are carrying a little bit more weight than they should do, who will become diabetic at some stage. So the really cool thing about Diabalife is that will prevent that from happening. So you don't just go after type 1 like me, or type 2 diabetics, you go after pretty much the whole population, because nobody wants to be faced with taking drugs every single day of their life, as they would do if they had to inject insulin like I do, or if they had to take some of the pharmaceutical meds like all the type 2 diabetics have to. We can stop that from happening by preventing diabetes in the first place and stopping these people from getting ill. Isn't that a pretty cool thing to do?
Yes, it is.
I think we should be thinking that probably almost every family in India is likely to benefit from taking a regular course of Diabalife. And the reason for that is that we know that it does amazing things for pre-diabetes, for type 1 diabetes, for type 2 diabetes. But what it also does is it prevents the side effects and the consequences of that disease. So for example, as a diabetic, my risk of heart disease is 3 times that of a normal individual.
Yes.
3 times.
Yeah.
So we know that Diabalife reduces blood pressure and cholesterol and improves the immune system and the way that you absorb the nutrients from the food that you're eating. So you will decrease insulin resistance, you will improve your glucose tolerance. This will have a dramatic effect on your immune system, so you will all feel healthier and wealthier and wiser. So I think you should all consider going on to the product immediately. And I've spent the last 14 years or so looking at clinical research to prove that stabilized allicin actually does something. So I'm going to tell you a few little secrets now. I'm going to tell you how we make it, okay? It is a patented process, as we've heard, but what we do is we take our fresh garlic, we use fresh real garlic, and we buy from Spain, from a certain region in Spain which has very high quality garlic and a long growing season. And we test the garlic before it's used in any of our process to make sure that it has high levels of 2 compounds called allicin and alanase enzyme. They were mentioned on the video, okay? So everything is quality controlled all the way through production, okay? That's very important when you are going out visiting customers and clients. You need to be able to give them the confidence that this material is properly manufactured, okay? So what we do is we then cut and crush our garlic like most other manufacturers do, but then we add a little bit of very clever science. We basically control the temperature and the pressure of the reaction, and we flush out the allicin as it's being manufactured. This achieves 2 things. It reduces the activity of allicin and enables it to become stabilized. So if you have a more dilute component, it's more stable. And at the level that it's stable, it still exhibits all of the properties that we've heard about this evening, and a few more that I'm going to talk about at the very end, okay? So the other good thing about the process is that it allows the other 2 components to keep reacting with each other. So I'm going to let you into a little secret, which I know is going to be broadcast all over the internet, probably in about 30 minutes. From 2 pounds in weight, oh sorry, you're kilograms, aren't you? From about 5 kilograms in weight of garlic, I can make 5 million capsules.
Wow.
It's a very, very, very efficient process. No other garlic component or no other garlic extract can come anywhere near this type of manufacturing process, and that is why it is patented worldwide, okay?
Yes.
In fact, we now have 2 manufacturing processes that are both patented. So we are continuing to develop stabilized allicin, and I can tell you tonight that this will be the first of a family of products that you will get in India, of course. And I'm coming here first instead of 29th, okay? So, the other thing the process allows us to do is to make huge amounts of stabilized allicin, which means we can then go on and prove that it has some clinical effects. And you've heard about some of the clinical trials that we sponsored. They basically show that you can kill out fungus, virus, parasites, bacteria. You can rid the body of almost anything that ails it. Another major benefit of Diabalife is that it will improve your immune systems.
Wow.
And it will help you fight off all of the bacteria and the bugs that we find in every country in the world. You know, there's bacteria on this microphone. There's bacteria down here on the technical stuff.
Yes.
You are all harboring billions of bacteria. And if your immune system is weakened, eventually you can get ill. But that will never happen, I promise you, if you take just 1 capsule of Diabalife every single day. And I can prove that in a controlled clinical trial. And I know full well, because in 14 years as a type 1 diabetic, since I've been taking allicin, I've had 2 colds, that's all. And I've been all around the globe. So it's a very, very product, it's a product you can use almost anywhere for almost everybody. And I think that's the one thing you have to take on board today, is that in Diabalife, we physically have real allicin. It's physically in the powder. And if you compare it with all those other garlic extracts, well, there's no comparison. They rely on your body possibly manufacturing some allicin when you swallow their capsules. But we know, because it's been proven by research groups around the world, that those products do not release allicin in the stomach at all. All that happens is they get deactivated by your stomach acid. So the quickest way to deactivate all of the competition is to swallow them. They're useless. So Diabalife is a complete revolution in the garlic world, and you just have to remember that it contains real stabilized allicin. So, I'm not quite sure what more I need to tell you, but a couple of things that I've worked out this evening is I need to give you a guarantee that when you start wanting to get supplies of this product, that we can cope with it, because I can see how excited everybody is. Are we still excited?
Yes!
Okay, are we very excited?
Yes!
Oh, okay, so my guarantee is that it will take us time, but once we're up and running, we will be producing this literally by the tanker load. It's not a problem, okay? We have the technology to do this. We have the capabilities in my company, and we already supply 28 countries around the world. So all I'm expecting is for India to be #1.
Whoa!
Even over America down here, okay?
Yeah.
You have the potential to go to the moon with this product and back, no problem at all. And from the enthusiasm I have this evening, I know you can do it. I really do. So,
We will.
was there something else I was supposed to say?
No.
I'll have a quick look at my notes. Sorry. I'm all wrapped up in this enthusiastic photo. I think I've done pretty much everything. Yeah. What do you think, Rajesh? Do I get the job? Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'll finish by saying thank you so much for allowing me the chance to talk to you.
Great!
I want to make you a promise tonight. If you need me in India, I will come anytime you want me, okay?